one.
In case it's too strong.
Right, exactly, because and if that's the situation, that's what you're going to end up with. It's just going to be permanently banned or first pick because you don't want the enemy to take it. And he's still a vision hero, very important right now, and a team fighter. So he fits a couple of criteria that are extremely important for the support role. So why not?
Yeah, definitely in the valid mix of the roaming supports that we've seen being used recently. We are into draft number 2 then, and we're underway. What do we got here?
So we do have
pretty
IG
standard,
first
yeah.
pick.
You're right, yeah. The first pick it's become more important, isn't it? We were talking about this on the way in this morning. Like some teams favouring the first pick, some favouring last pick.
Right.
Why do they change? Why aren't they all favouring first pick, for instance?
Well, some teams care more about getting the overall last pick to carry the whole game, and then some teams care about the first like these roamer guys that are getting banned out, and that's their core part of their strategy. So if you want Monkey King, you want Treant, you want these first picks, or else you're not gonna get them. They're gonna one or two of them will be banned out. The enemy is gonna first pick the other one, and then you're gonna be left with nothing.
Well, I think we sort of skirted around this idea, Gods, didn't we? The fact that if they didn't get first pick, they'd probably ban the Ricky.
Ban Ricky Monkey, first pick Treant?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is more of a Baboka hero than Pudge was. Because he's just going to be able to run around, give vision, and then bring people to him to get kills instead of him having to lure these kills into his team. So
I do like that they banned ABBA first phase too. I feel like they just didn't really do anything about the ABBA. And he was a big issue in the team fights too. They couldn't touch him at all.
Yeah.
So what else is Kezu going to play?
Enigma?
Enigma is okay. It might be a little bit tough for Treant though, I think.
Does like that Enigma though, doesn't he?
Yes, definitely.
So Secret banned the Crystal Maiden in the first game, and now they're going to take it in the first phase themselves. It's a hero that we talked about quite a bit yesterday. Can make the game very fast for your teammates. They have more spells to cast. They don't have to go back to the fountain so often or shrine. And overall, just a very powerful team fighter.
Haven't seen an awful lot of offlane Centaur. Very popular at DAC. Very popular just before. Why is it falling out of favour?
A lot of nerfs.
Yep.
And I think it's probably the most notable thing. Tranquil Boots was probably one of the bigger nerfs to Centaur more than other heroes. Centaur Axe got really heavily hit by the Tranquil Boots change. And
there it is.
Other nerfs.
Good call.
Yeah, we did say.
Enigma
gets the opportunity. Doesn't always get the opportunity to play. It is sometimes targeted bans. I remember on day 1 yesterday, both matches, it was a targeted ban first round. And IG will follow up with the Venge.
So a hero who can swap Enigma, BKB, Black Hole, so he's going to need to get to Lincolns at some point to try and stop that. Again, IG also first phase it in the first game, right? The Venge. They really like this hero. It gives you some flexibility for the carry and swap, or the support, to be able to swap them around. Shadow Fiend banned out again by Secret. I think they're really focusing the second phase bans on the heroes that can help IG group up as 5 and try to take some buildings. Shadow Fiend is a very hard hero to lane against for the heroes that mid 1 normally plays. Very strong, high damage, hard to contest in last hits. Ember Spirit, something that Secret love to run. Mid 1 makes a lot of plays on this hero. I think very important to remove this. Both teams like it, but I think they're afraid that Secret would want to take it first.
Could we see Naga in this game?
You think from Secret more likely, or?
I think so.
I mean, IG don't play that.
No,
like,
IG
it's not IG style at all.
It's more for Secret.
I feel like Secret are playing faster pace in general. They're looking for more of these like 20, 30-minute timing games where, I mean, that's why they've been playing the Lycan. They had a Death Prophet game. It seems Secret are actually picking a lot of pushing heroes and trying to end games. So, I mean, not to say they obviously can do Naga strats as well, but it doesn't seem like their playstyle right now.
So many options open up when they have CM.
I guess we should also say that Ember's like a pretty good hero versus Treant because he can remove all of his armor stacks. Let's see. Magnus. Okay. this game there will not be a Meg. They did not first face a Legion Commander, so you're gonna have to definitely get rid of that. I'm really interested to see what IG want to lane against this Enigma Invoker.
So IG remove Invoker. Does leave the LC available. The Kunkka, though,
It's gonna be a Puppy Kunkka.
the choice for Secret, yeah.
The Torrent can also remove his living armor stacks, so that's pretty nice. Very strong team fighting hero as well. Right now, like Secret's team fight looks
Way better.
so strong. It's actually so intimidating just to see what capabilities they have. CM Kunkka is also a very good combo as well. Frostbite into Torrent, your laning stage could be very easy as well. With
I mean,
that.
Kunkka quickly also runs into mana. Probably it's a hero that benefits a lot from the aura too. So
Right.
So what's the IG? Where do you go now? Do you need more 5-man?
Whoa. I mean, that's the anti-team fighting hero, right? I think IG realized like if they cannot team fight, it's gonna be way too hard for them, and that's their playstyle. They like to team fight. They want to be able to go to a tower, and if the enemy comes there, they want to be able to run you over. So going really deep in the choice of hero that they want to put.
also
mid
really
lane.
good synergy with the Overgrowth and the Stone Gaze as well between these two heroes. So it's anti-team fight, but also gives them a pretty strong team fight synergy.
I suppose if the Kunkka ever uses his ghost ship, you can just pop your ult as well.
Yep.
Is it PL time? It's shaping out to be a pretty good PL game.
That's the thing
for
with this
Secret.
Medusa pick. It was very early. I feel like it was earlier than it needed to be, but IG not afraid.
Mid-one's heroes are kind of limited at this point. He really probably want to play the Invoker or Ember. The Invoker would have been the most amazing hero against a Medusa. His EMP is like, it does so. It's like it does pure damage to Medusa since her mana shield is pretty much her HP pool. So I wonder what he will play in this game now, since his
Has he
favorite
played
heroes are
much
gone.
Tinker? I feel like Tinker's always been a hero that's matched up pretty well against Medusa.
Tinker is good, yes, but it's hard to just pick it right now. Okay, so they're just going to go with the Spectre, hold off on the mid hero for now. It's a hero we talked about earlier that we should watch out for in this series, that both teams really like this hero, and in the games that we've seen play has performed quite well. I'm really interested to see how it's going to play out in this game. Spectre, CM, Kunkka, tri-lane. It doesn't really sound that strong, but actually they have a lot of slows and a very high damage output. Phoenix, that's another 5-man hero.
Puts Venge into the carry role though, so they're going to be playing around like a mid-farming Medusa.
Right, and
I
Venge,
really like the Stone Gaze egg combo too.
yeah. And Spectre isn't going to have a very good time trying to haunt into that team fight either.
You said after the first 3 picks you really like Secret's team fight. Now it's Phoenix, Medusa, Trian.
Yeah, I think they've understood. Like as soon as they saw it, they already understood like the kind of game plan Secret want.
Yeah.
So they're like, okay, how do we stop that? Let's just get the 2 more bullshit team fighters that we can possibly find. Medusa, Phoenix.
You see this IG draft, you're like, what heroes would you play against that? I'd be like, you want split push heroes. You want to avoid fighting, you know? Get some like Nature's Prophets, get some heroes to like go push the side lanes like a Morphling or something, but no. You've committed to the team fight if you're Secret already, at least to a large extent.
Yeah, and Legion Commander being banned out, the hero that could potentially cause a very big issue in the laning stage for Secret. I'm not even sure that that's what they wanted. They might just want another even crazier offlaner again. But right now, I see how this Phoenix can cause a very big problem for Secret. Especially since Midas is a popular item now and something that you regularly go, we can see it getting quite fat. Especially if they can get 1 or 2 towers on IG side.
And none of their heroes focus the... I mean, it's hard enough to kill an egg because there's Stone Gaze and Overgrowth, but none of these heroes kill the egg anyway, so he's going to have free reign with the Supernova in these fights.
Could always pick Troll for mid one, actually. I like Troll a lot versus the Phoenix, but dealing with Tree and Protector is a big issue. But I can't think of that many other scaling mids for mid one.
Bust out a Meepo.
Meepo? Meepo owns Phoenix.
I think what they Secret lack right now is like an ability to push some towers or split push even. If they feel like they cannot fight IG, if Spectre cannot haunt into IG's lineup, you need some abilities to take some buildings. Enigma is not really that hero, especially like against Treant is fine, but you need something to pair with the Enigma to take these towers with the Islands and stuff.
He plays Terrorblade sometimes too, with that fit for them.
His top 5 since 7.0: Centaur, Darkseer, Beastmaster, Timber Axe.
So that's another team fighting hero for IG. That's gonna most likely be their offlaner here. And I'm guessing that's what they probably wanted from the beginning in comparison to a Legion Commander. It's more AoE based. Oh, Sniper.
Wow. Okay.
This game could go really late.
Yeah, it definitely can.
Secret don't hit buildings. IG don't. I mean, they can kind of hit buildings with Medusa, Avenge, but
This might be one of those crazy 5 refresher games and moon shards on everyone.
Secret
420 GPM.
just defending high ground for ages with Enigma, Sniper.
Yeah, we talked about playing playing fast.
We'll just prepare everyone at home for your sleeping bags and your tents and make sure you've got them up and ready for this game, just in case. In the meantime, we'll do predictions and we'll start with Gods. Other than the length of the game, which way are you going?
Man, I really like the Sniper pick, but I don't know. I think Secret impressed me in Game 1 with their play, their drafts. So I'm going to stick with Secret in Game 2.
Okay, you know what to do, boys.
Opposite of Gods, I'm going with IG.
IG.
There we go.
That's it.
It's really that simple. That's how we do things on our panel. Whatever Gods picks, the other two don't pick, and they go the other way. So 2 for one and 1 for the other. Time to get into our second game then. Can Team Secret wrap things up and grab themselves a 3-0 record and head to the round of 16 as one of the top 2 seeds? Or have IG got some comeback power? Let's find out with Odie Pixel and Purge.
Thank you very much, Red, and indeed another game where we're seeing new heroes, it feels like, Purge. We're going to have a battle of astronomical proportions, supernovas versus black holes. There's a man who runs a boat as well. The Kunkka's thrown in.
Yeah.
What catches you eye? What excites you the most here about this
It's
one?
all going to be about team fights, and I think the Medusa pick and how she uses her ulti is going to be really crucial, because depending on who's looking at her, which way the black hole is aiming, she can disable a lot of crucial heroes. And I think the Sniper, despite being a good pick, is also going to be a little bit of a focus point for IG as well. Can they kill the Sniper before Sniper sits back, does a ton of damage, breaks through Medusa's ulti really easy, stuff like that. So I think early roaming for Secret's a big deal too. Can you set tempo with Crystal Maiden, with Kunkka? Can you make every black hole effective? That way, in the meantime, Spectre's getting more free farm, because eventually if they get a Radiance, then Tree Armor becomes weak. They have decent solutions against some of the other enemy heroes. Sniper's going to be really good against Supernova too. So there's just so many teamfight elements that are going to interact in the teamfights, and we'll see who does it better.
I guess one thing as well that's quite nice about the Kunkka, the Torrent getting through the tree armor. That's a bit of a solution as well with those damaged instances with it.
That can be really effective for sure. They've got lots of good solutions against that though. They've got Eidolons attacking. They've got Frostbite doing multiple damage sources. They've got Shrapnel is amazing against Tree Armor. I don't even think Tree Armor is going to matter that much this game. There's definitely going to be some times where it's useful, but maybe it won't be the biggest deal in the world. So Puppey did actually smoke for the top lane here, got interrupted, smoke breaks, and as a result, Vengeful Spirit spots him out. So no perfect wards for them, which is actually pretty important, because Enigma usually spends a lot more time jungling as an offlane hero, and because he wasn't able to block the pull camps, this means that despite Enigma jungling, the supports are actually going to be able to get a lot, either from pulling or from roaming.
Yeah. What do you think about this decision in terms of roles from IG? Having Burning, playing kind of a signature carry Venge that we know that IG love, and then obviously putting the Phoenix on the support capacity and having the Puck on the offlane.
I don't think it's that weird. Maybe the Dusa mid can sometimes have some issues, but considering that he's the only farm-heavy hero, I think what IG needs to do is just set really good tempo early and doesn't need to go too heavy into sitting back. I think that's exactly what Seeker wants to do. They want to sit back. I wouldn't expect them. I wouldn't be surprised to see them get a lot of Midases this game. I think that's what they aim for. Just sit back, try to get kills when they can with Black Hole, delay until Radiance, and then start taking fights.
Oh, see, IG will be able to secure themselves, by the looks of it, 3 runes, and unless Secret come back in on this bottom, but the CM and Spectre not looking to want to contest IG's presence, and they managed to get themselves the advantage there. Yeah,
it's a typical thing that happens when you've got too many greedy picks. Like, Spectre's not a very good level 1 hero, but, 100 less gold, it's unfortunate, but it won't be the end of the world. So Puppy will probably head to the safe lane here, just give them a really strong tri-lane. Between Frostbite and Torrent, they've got decent nuke potential. Boboka will be their target most likely, but he did go Leech Seed level 1, interestingly. Not the best disable right now, but definitely impacts a lot better than Nature's Guys does.
See if they can do anything about it. They're going to throw the dagger out, bring everyone in with the Frostbite into the Torrent. Boboka, can he survive through this? We'll have the Leech Seed heal. XXS coming across as well, trying to force Secret off him. But the second Frostbite, that should be enough to set up first blood here for Secret. They'd love to get MP in for it, but he can't quite get there close enough, so Pi will take the kill.
That was perfectly done. First Frostbite, follow him to get the second one. That's not a very survivable hero. In some ways, it's a huge mistake he was standing where he was. He did stand there so that the tree would not give vision from the south, but he didn't anticipate Kunkka coming from the left, which is why they were able to initiate on him. So, and maybe if he had Nature's Guys, he would have been fine, of course. But I do like that they're safely tri-laning here. None of the camps got blocked as well, so, or at least Pylight I de-warded one. So I think this is going to be really good for Secret. In the mid lane, it's a Sniper versus a Medusa. I would say this is a Sniper-favored matchup for sure. He doesn't really need mana that badly. Shrapnel's pretty cheap, so I think even if the snake hits him, he'll be alright. Less hitting-wise, he's a little bit worse, but I think he'll be alright. And then off-lane Enigma, pretty much straightforward game for him. Still, no, he wasn't able to block any camps, actually, so yeah. Phoenix will get some pulling. And that's huge for Phoenix, because Phoenix is a hero that needs levels as a support. If he can't pull, he's going to have a really bad game, so Kezu needs to try to interrupt this as much as possible.
And in terms of like the movements that the supports can make on both sides, do you feel that the Secret's combo of the CM and the Kunkka is going to be a little bit more devastating in terms of moving around the map in comparison to the Phoenix Treant earlier?
Absolutely, especially because of how much damage over time they have. It's going to make Living Armor less effective even if Tree isn't ganking. So certainly like their support duo a bit better. And their disables are still good.
They found Boboka here again. They will have the Frostbite into the Torrent. They'll surround him. This looks to be a second kill. Boboka will try and get himself back towards the tower. It's not going to work. He's down. XXS actually orbed in to try and help him, and he's going to fall as well. Double kill given to MP on this safe lane. 2.5 minutes in. IG, not the start that they wanted.
This is really bad for IG in their start here. Like, it's already a little bit difficult with an offlane puck, and now that he's just getting killed, in addition to the second death now on Boboka. I mean, on the bright side, Boboka can finally leave the lane because he has invis.
OP's kind of out of mana here. I mean, Midlane was ready to get aggressive. I mean, OP's got to get the hell out of it. He's got to go to the shrine, pop off, and Midlane's going to get the space in the mid lane to get a bit of a CS lead.
Heavy amounts of damage is the best way to deal with Medusa. Just burning through his mana shield is really easy with Shrapnel, actually. Only downside is you're limited by Shrapnel charges, but I think Midlane's going to have a pretty straightforward lane. And the worst part is the supports can't even roam here. Phoenix can't pressure this lane, that's for sure. And Tree has to try to get the puck farm, so now that the lane is going bad in off lane, that makes it even better, or even worse for the Medusa. Everything is just looking really rough for IG at the moment.
Yeah, but Boboka has to be careful that he just doesn't get himself caught out of position yet again. Especially when it causes XXS to throw himself in and try and turn it around. The sentries are there. They do spot him out. They've found him. They've got the X mark set up, and with the dagger coming in as well, I think this is going to be another death for the Tree. Can he get himself out of the range of the sentry ward? That's the question. It doesn't matter. They've got a second. They'll chase down Boboka, and it's another death on this Tree and Protector Purge.
That was perfect communication from Secret. Like, as soon as they casted X, Spectre was already walking.
Yeah,
they saw
dagger.
him. He starts walking over, casts the dagger, guarantees the 3 right clicks. If they don't have 3 heroes right-clicking there, that's not a kill. And this is honestly the most effective Spectre I've seen for like carry
getting
contributing
this much
to a
done
kill.
in the lane?
Yeah, he's been there every time. He's got 2 kills, 2 assists right now. He's so far ahead.
For sure. I mean, you can see from the CS it does miss out on a few because MP's making these movements, but as you mentioned, absolutely worth it for the involvement that he's had.
Yeah, it's his net worth is about the same as what the Venge has, because Venge has like another 7-8 last hits. But the amount that it's going to affect the other heroes on IG, just because they're killing them repeatedly, that's going to have a really longing impact on the game. So if the game continues like this, I feel like the one hero that can really get things back under control.
And XXS, he's in trouble. They've got the torrent set up. They have the X mark to make sure that XXS, can he actually get away? No, he can't. It's so hard for the puck to play around this Kunkka control. An MP on a killing spree on a safe lane Spectre before the 5-minute mark.
This is incredible. You might be wondering why Puck didn't use Orb. Well, it's because he just saves X.
Yeah.
Cast it on when the Orb comes out, and he goes right back. They have all the solutions here. It's actually insane. The draft looks so good for Secret. The one hero I think can get this game back under control. Mid one's probably going to die
This is
here
a good
at least,
gank for IG to pull off. He'll try for the TP out. Surely he doesn't make it. He doesn't. The punches from Maboka too much. So IG will get a big kill. They need a few more of those, but it is something
The
to
hero
get that
I'm looking
Medusa
at
far.
is definitely the Vengeful Spirit, though.
Okay.
When he gets 6, move around the map, get some important kills, kill the supports, he's definitely going to be effective at killing Kunkka and CM because of minus armor and good nuke damage. That's the hero that I think can really change the game in the early-ish rotations. Not to mention that Swap's always going to be pretty relevant against
Swap's
Enigma.
really good this game. I mean, it combos so well with so many of IG's team. You know, the classic kind of Swap Dream Coil. Also, you've got to think about things like the Supernova, the Stone Gaze. It's brilliant. You know, you swap someone behind the Medusa and suddenly they can't walk past her to the safety of their team, and you're splitting up the fight. You're hitting a guaranteed Stone Gaze. There's a lot of synergy between IG's lineups that is going to come out in those mid-game fights. I
really see so much more on Secret side, though. Like Enigma, for example, just a super rush on the Midas here, which seems kind of crazy. Usually you have to grab a Soul Ring or an Arcane Boots or something like that. But he's just been going Clarity heavy, and of course he's at a CM the whole time.
And he's having such a good start as well. Level 6 minutes in, the CS he's second highest. He was having the easiest lane of his life. Bottom lane though, Puppey, in a bit of trouble. Pi will look to take it down, XXS in return. Oh, the jaunt, phase shift, will dodge that last hit. So XXS will survive. Puppey does get back to safety as well.
Pi could be
in a lot of trouble if they get that lead seed off, and indeed they do. Torrent nicely holds back Burning, so the magic missile won't be there, and Puppey saves Pylai's life.
Yeah, huge torrent there. Absolutely that Pi dies if he doesn't stun there. So first rotation from Venge, it's okay, but not super impactful. No kills happened. I think still the only kill that IG has right now is the sniper kill in the mid lane. That's the only effective one they've had.
I mean, I guess you've got Burning down it, so you can now start to slow down what MP is getting done in this lane, but it's giving more and more space to Kezi. This is going to be an absolutely free farming Enigma from the opening. There's no stopping him without extra resources. Bottom lane, though, that's big. They get in onto MP, and this is perfect for Burning. He sits down here, MP maybe just underestimating the killing potential with XSS coming back in, just gets caught sort of AFK, sitting there in the bottom lane.
Yeah. And I think Maboka might even max Nature's Guys first this game. He's got 2 points in it already. And just because there's so many things that counter living armor, why max it out in some ways? So it's kind of cool because he does play very roam heavy. And this is a way to make Treant Roam even more effective. Something somebody mentioned to me the other day. The cooldown's 3 seconds on the fade time. So that means if you hit somebody and get back to the tree, they're stunned for 2.2 seconds. So technically you only have 0.8 seconds-ish downtime to stun them again. It's actually kind of incredible. So we'll see if he can abuse this in an ultra OP way in the early game. Oh, they scan the rotation. They know exactly where these guys are going.
Mid one straight out of there. Saw some good scans from Secret in game 1 as well. Just very good awareness of when IG was making these movements.
So I think this is going to be like the fastest GPM we'll ever see on Enigma this game. This is perfect circumstances. Great lane, CM aura, delayed Arcane Boots or Soul Ring until after you got the Midas. So this is like the earliest Midas I've seen. Just every other gameplay is it's not safe to do it. So he's going to level up really fast, get the fast cooldown perk at 15. And I think Kazu's going to have insane items this game.
What is kind of the item progression you expect? Will he get Midas, Arcanes, and then the Blink, or does he get the mech first?
Traditionally, the Enigma would get a fast BKB first, just because they would combo with Nagas. But because there's no guaranteed teamfight setup, it might be safer for him to do a Linken's first, maybe, to interrupt the swap potential. But he might also be, if he gets BKB, he can still be Overgrowth. He can still be Medusa ulted. I think maybe just like Linken's Blink or something is maybe what he's considering, but it's hard to say. Eventually an Octarine, things like that. He could also go mech. It's not a bad idea.
Looks like they may just want to go for a straight walk-in black hole potential. You know, you have that at your availability. Mid one's there to provide the damage. You know, Burning's fairly on his own at the moment. He's backing up, waiting for extra teammates to come through. Q will join him.
Yeah, he's got to be careful because if he's the one that gets black hole, nobody's going to save him.
No, nothing that Q can do. Bottom lane, success. Again, has to be careful. MP does have Haunt, so by all means can chase down a Puck if he wants to.
Yeah.
It won't quite bring him low enough to tempt that jump, though.
If he had an
force him back.
If he had an Urn charge, he maybe would have gone for it.
And what do you think about I mean, Midas on the Midas, again, XXS, we saw it last game. Getting Midas before Blink. This game as well on the Puck, gets the treads, looks for the Midas first.
Yeah, this one definitely could be potentially really good. A lot of Pucks are doing different builds right now, but you know, the faster you get 25 means more insane gold for your team. He's also behind, so maybe he's thinking Blink won't be enough. Because if you get Blink on Puck, it definitely lets you initiate really easily, but the general thought is that Puck needs a little bit more farm to help scale, because otherwise he doesn't have the ability to solo kill. It's not like he can just roll around the map and keep blowing people up with a combo like Quap can, for example. So by buying Midas, he farms faster with the Gloves of Haste and the Treads. That's overall going to help, and the items after his Blink will be way faster. And you don't have to worry about, like, I'm losing the game, Blink isn't actually doing anything for me. So there's benefits and negatives, but I feel like he can do enough without Blink. So other people set up the ganks too, like Tree, for example.
Oh, see Baboka head back down bottom, maybe wanting to do something with XXS, who has got that Dream Coil ready, but at the same time, Secret are prepared. Pylite and Puppey in the tree line. It's going to be very hard for these two members of IG to do anything aggressive, and already, indeed, just backing off.
Small item mistake on Secret. Puppey also purchased an Urn, so they have 2 on their team. It's a little bit of a mistake, but it'll be all right.
I'll see if Puppey can get an X into any sort of setup. X could be pretty deadly, especially for Baboka if they have the vision down, but no vision down at the moment on this spawn. Okay, just towards the left. They need Baboka to head over into the jungle, but it looks like Baboka may be aware that it's very likely that Secret do have detection there, as he keeps himself to the other side of the lane.
This is a dead Spectre, I think.
He's got Horn. He can try and play his way out of it.
That's true, but I don't think I'd want to jump on a Venge. She has pretty good ability to guarantee the kill after you haunt in. Maybe going to Medusa is probably the best solution. It's like I can't really stop you from running away once you jump in, as long as you survive the snake.
Yeah. I mean, again, Secret just well aware of what's happening. Baboka moves across underneath the Observer Sentry combination. Yeah. MP knows that they are looking for him, and will keep himself safe down behind the tower. Because Secret know that there's likely to be more members, they're making moves elsewhere. They're moving straight up for Burning. But at the same time, it seems like IG have the similar read. Burning's already getting himself the hell away from that top lane.
Both teams are doing a great job expecting and seeing where their opponents are rotating. Spec is still bottom, though. This is a little uncharacteristic.
They could dive. Let's see if they can get him in time. He'll go for the straight TP out, but there's the bash from Baboka. MP, he's not going to waste the Horn. He's just going to accept his fate, go down, and IG do get the big pick. Secret will get a tier 1 tower trade, but of course, taking down that Spectre, absolutely huge. He's on this point where he's going to be doing that long road towards the Radiance. Every kill is a big one.
It's a little surprising for him to be there and his team not to back him up, but maybe he wasn't expecting the dive to be so heavy, or maybe he wasn't expecting to actually die in time. I mean, they are very stun limited on IG, that's for sure, but Tree Bash was there in time. He does end up getting 3 points. I think he's going to max that out all the way. There's almost no way he doesn't do it now. We'll see if that makes a big difference. His damage output is definitely going to be low this game, but it's more about tactical opportunity, like what a Ricky does. So it's kind of fun to see different playstyle differences. And they're going to get their own tower, so I'd say IG's okay with this. Killed the carry, killed the safe lane. Spec doesn't have a super safe place to farm. He's doing good, but the 2 kills they have on him now, it's definitely the right hero to put pressure on.
Secret are looking for a second tower on this top lane, and there's the jumping onto Burning, coming in with the Haunt, the Frostbite into the Torrent, Burning, and then Black Hole by Kez, who grabs the both of them. That's one down. Q almost certainly in trouble as well. He does get the Supernova off in time, and in fact with the Stone Gaze, this is causing issues for Secret. They're trying to get out, but the Dream Coil onto Kez, and Pylite die. Will secure 2 kills in return. MP trying to hide in the trees, but Q, he flies forward, finds the Spectre, and at the end of the day, despite the Black Hole, the Supernova was stronger. The follow-through from OP turning up to the fight meant that IG were able to turn that right on its head and make sure that Secret was sent home with a severe bruising.
Really good team fight from IG. I think the only thing that Secret needed to do there was guarantee the Phoenix kill during the Black Hole. So I think the only thing that could have been better, perhaps, is Pylite Eye moving closer towards those heroes when he uses his ultimate, just to guarantee that there's a higher chance that he gets damage out of it. Because he cleaned up the Venge really fast, but the Phoenix didn't go down, and him getting the Supernova off with the Fire Spirits, and he's actually maxed that skill, by the way. They're not killing the Supernova then. So guarantees the Spectre kill, and kind of a big loss there for Secret. They didn't get the tower, they used Black Hole, they used Haunt, and they didn't win that fight. That was not so good for them. IG's recovering. Venge goes for Midas as well, by the way.
Classic Burning. I wouldn't want it any other way. Midas indeed, as you say, and then what will he go for? He's picked up the Aquila.
Tree and Midas. All right, IG's committed to the Midas builds.
I mean, if they could find MP again, that would be huge. Burning, zip down there with a haste rune, but MP already hiding in the trees. Pious there as well behind him.
I imagine that Secret's going to play really defensive the next 2 minutes until they get their skills again, because any other kind of engagement is going to be a little terrifying. They'd love to get Sniper in some of these fights as well. I think that'll definitely help them, but it's kind of hard when he needs to defend other waves. whenever a wave gets pushed, he's definitely the best hero to deal with it. It's maybe one of the negatives about Secret's draft. They don't have the best pushing heroes. Sniper's by far the best, though, so he can't really show up to these fights as easily. And the warding for IG is amazing right now. All these wards are sort of unpredictable spots, except for the one by Roche. They're great spots that spot a lot of good rotations. They know exactly where Secret's playing right now. And as a result, that's going to allow them to farm the map more efficiently. They're less likely to get ganked. There's just so many benefits.
XXS. Let's be a little careful there. Secret are sweeping down towards the bottom, but I mean, as you mentioned, yeah, we're just with the wall coverage. It's so hard for both teams really to make a move here at this point.
That's the first scan that missed, I think, for Secret. They thought maybe there would be a gank on the safe lane here, I believe.
See up top, Baboka with eyes on Kezi. So OP's not really near enough to come over and join in. OP in terms of his farm, we'll be going what phase, Dragon Lance, and going for that Manta style build that a lot of people are kind of on the fence about. So not sort of the Mask of Madness that we seem to be more used to seeing here at this major already.
Have people been going that build?
For the Manta style?
Mask of Madness on
We
Medusa?
saw the Mask, it was in the last series today, the earlier series today. We saw Mask of Madness Medusa.
Nice. I really like that build a lot, actually. I think it's very, very fun. Really helps her. See, the problem when you go this kind of build, it's like stat heavy. It makes you tankier, it makes your right click a little better, but it doesn't make your right click a lot better. And an item like Mask of Madness really accelerates you. But I don't know if you can justify this game.
Okay.
The Manta is mostly going to help for things like removing Frostbite, removing